guys doing? Hope you're going to have an awesome day today. Arrowverse here. If you haven't already, can you do me a favor? Hit that like and subscribe. While you're at it, go ahead and push that bell for notifications off so you can get the scoop of my newest upcoming videos. Alright, right now we're about to do a recap video of, yes, The Flash Season 8. This was actually a pretty interesting one. And also, I'm going to do a theory video on this because something does not add up or make sense at all. Okay, you guys ready? Let's dive right into it. So this is actually a bar right now. I'm not sure what type of bar this is, but a waitress, a bartender, she's actually going home. But as for the manager, well, something eerie, creepy is going on when he's all alone inside the bar. Meaning, when he touched a chair, well, his hand it got burnt. Like seriously, it was 3rd degrees burnt. And he was wondering what's going on. He turned around and the jukebox was playing some rock and roll music, which is freaky. And he didn't even knew that someone was actually standing right behind him. And then it went to the black screen. Of course, this man got killed. We don't know why or how he got killed. But Iris is talking to Barry. She's saying that, how about we go out for dinner tonight? We get some plans done. She looks at the schedule, the calendar, and she says, you know what, how about we just stay in? And I was wondering, why is she changing the subject? She wants to stay in or out? What's going on? Barry says, I actually gotta go to work. Now, I see Chester at the crime scene, so I guess he's the new CSI because Cisco's his departure. He moved, I believe it was to San Francisco with Camila. Anyways, other than that, they're looking at the charcoal body. Yes, it's burnt to a crisp, I could say. It's kind of like lava rock. Alright, so they're wondering what exactly happened. There's only one type of person that could actually cause this kind of damage to an individual. But the thing is that they want to talk to, I guess you could say, the bartender, the waitress, to clarify and make sure that if it's him or if it's not him. So they show her a picture. It's actually Birch, a fella who was in a previous season before. He has meta powers and he is not a killer. Barry and Chester are wondering, he's actually a bank robber. He prefers going for the money, but he's never actually really killed anyone before, which is eerie. Alright, so he's actually a rent-a-cop security officer. He's with his son right now, and, well, let's just say that CCPD is out for his arrest for murder. And so, when they take his son away, he gets pissed off, basically, and he sets himself on fire. Truthfully, right here, and he was about to fry up some CCPD officers, but Barry punched him right into this fountain and he cooled off. Yes, literally cooled off. And then Barry put medicuffs on him. When he put medicuffs on him, CCPD took him away. They said that you're arrested for murder, and he was looking right inside Barry's eyes and said, Flash, I did not murder anyone. You have to believe me. And at that moment right there, Barry saw right inside his eyes, he had a flashback moment of when his father was arrested. His father had the same eyes when he told Barry, you have to believe me, son, I didn't do it. And that struck Barry right there. And Barry, he thought that there's more to this case, and he didn't want this kid to end up having the same fate as his father. So Barry's thinking, I think I should actually do something. Maybe he didn't kill anyone because it's not like him to ever kill anyone. So he goes to see Cecile, and Cecile is going to be his attorney. So Cecile talks to him, and all the evidence leads up to Birch, basically meaning Birch was the last person who saw the manager because they had an argument. There's no one who could back it up. His son couldn't even back it up. He was the last one to see them, and plus he has meta powers. Cecile says, I'm sorry, Barry, there's nothing I could do. The evidence, the contrary said so, and if we take it to the case of federal jury, she will disclaim it. So then they see some CDP SWAT officers. He had the SWAT meta officers. the task force. They say that Birch escaped from custody. He escaped custody, and he actually saw this bartender, or waitress, and he says, "Why'd you even tell on me?" And he was smoking up, and yeah, she ended up getting killed. Uh, Evidence is still leading up to Birch. We could see that this is the second victim. Barry believes that this is not the second victim, so he's trying to track down Birch with Chester and Frost's help, along with Cecile. Now, they're thinking of a way of how to contain Birch and how to stop Birch from without hurting anyone or even hurting himself. Once Frost and Flash go to the crime scene, Frost tries to cool down the body, but this body, it won't cool down. Something's wrong. Something else is happening here. And so they are lost of words. They're really confused of what's going on. This does not look like the same agenda as the same crime scene. So Barry pulls up the facts, the reports, and the facts say that how they both were killed in different kind of ways. So he asks Chester to look over those papers. Chester says, "Okay, we'll look over those papers, but the rest of them, Flash, Cecile, Frost, and Chester, they don't believe Barry. They don't actually believe his story. They think that the man's guilty, and so Barry runs off and says, "You know what? If you guys aren't going to help me, I'm gonna finish this case myself, and I'm going to prove that he's innocent." So back to the drawing board, and well, Joe walks behind him, says, "I haven't seen that board in a long time." Now, the last time I saw that board, it was a different man on there. "Yeah, I see you want to take this case on, Barry. Now, I understand why you want to take this case on, because today is February 1st. February 1st is Henry's birthday, Barry's father's birthday. And it was actually his last birthday. No, it wasn't because of Hunter Zalman killing his father. It was because that was the exact day where his father got arrested and sent to jail. Yes. So Chester actually has some good news. Kind of good news, I guess you could say. So Barry goes back to Star Labs, and they say that, well, Birch is actually innocent because both of the crime scenes, both of the kills, they do not match up at all. It's all because of cold fusion. Cold fusion takes place into it, and Birch does not fit the description of a meta that has cold fusion within inside of him. And so Birch's son is in Chode Services van. He stops the van and says, "I want to see my son right now. You're not taking him away." And so he's about to, I suppose, set the man on fire, but his emotions are eradicating him. And Barry has to literally cool him down. And he's a Flash, "Do not get in my way because this won't interrupt." And Barry says, "Look, Birch, I know you're innocent. It's not your fault. You're not the killer." But things turn out of hand because underneath them, it's not a fault line that it's an earthquake. It's a volcano that's exactly about to explode and kill thousands of people. So Barry has to phase his way underground into off stream and have the water, I guess, fizzle with the volcanic area so that Birch can actually manipulate and suck all the most like vibration out of it. And so Birch, well, Flash says, "Guess what? You just saved thousands of lives thanks to your meta powers." And then he goes and sees his son. His son's happy that his father actually saved people, including his son's life, of course. And Barry's reminiscing and think of the moment where his father finally got released from jail and his father was inside his arms once again. Yeah, for 15 years. Alright, so other than that, they go back to Cecile's office, and the report says that even though Birch's son is 18 years old, Birch's son still wants to live with his father, so Child Services says it's okay. Now they're at, I guess it's kind of like at Henry's birthday party. Cecile, Iris, and Joe, Barry, they're, I guess, cheering for Henry's birthday and saying that what a good man he was, which he was, telling stories. The thing is that Barry says that, okay, Birch is innocent, but there are 2 victims dead. There aren't 2 victims dead. There are actually more than 2 victims dead because they're dealing with the serial meta killer. Yes, there's a meta killer out there, which they need to stop. And that right there was a cliffhanger and actually gave me goosebumps right there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new, subscribe to the channel as always. And yes, I'll see you all in the next video, of course.